Good evening from the Central Illinois Weather Network. I'm Larry Eastep. Some good news for a moment, at least, this evening as far as the severe weather goes. At this particular moment, right at 9 o'clock Central Time, there are no tornado warnings in effect with this entire line of severe weather we've been dealing with this evening, but we have a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings, and the potential for those is increasing. I think we're starting to go into a very different pattern throughout the overnight hours where we're going to see a lot more severe thunderstorms, flash flood warnings, and the concern with very large hail and high winds along with torrential rains. Let's go to the map here. I want to show you this massive line of storms that just is literally increasing by the moment. This line of storms we've been watching here stretches to just to the north of San Antonio, Texas, just to the west of Dallas, up I-35 to the east of Oklahoma City, all the way over to Springfield, Missouri, east of Wichita, Kansas, and folks down around Little Rock, Arkansas, Memphis. They're starting to see development as well. We're also starting to see it into Illinois now as we're watching the moisture stream northward. Let's take a look at the radar picture here from Springfield, Missouri, and show you that they've got some pretty nasty storms crossing over the line from extreme northeastern Oklahoma, extreme southeastern Kansas, into extreme southwestern Missouri. This nearly vertical line here that we're watching with some very strong winds. This line has had a history of golf ball sized hail, winds in excess of 80 miles an hour, and numerous reports of tornadoes during the past couple of hours. Let's zoom in on this a little closer and show you what we're talking about. Actually, let's look at this cell here now going into Ozark County around Mountain Home, Arkansas. We're starting to see some indications on radar of some rotation with that, 3D circulation with that, and also a storm just to the west of Branson now, moving into the Branson, Missouri area. Taney County could be on the lookout for threatening weather there, as this storm is also showing indications of intensifying. Let's look at this a little closer again over Ozark County, Missouri, down into Arkansas right now. We're seeing this very intense cell showing some high reflectivity, which would tell us that we're seeing some large hail, probably golf ball sized or larger, to the north of Mountain Home there, moving towards the east-northeast at around 45 miles an hour. No warning with that storm, but that is in the tornado watch area, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Let's go back out to a wider view and show you this moisture now that streams all the way up into Illinois. South of St. Louis, over to around Effingham, Illinois, some light to moderate rainfall right now. Then you go back along I-44 all the way out to Springfield, Missouri, and now almost up to Kansas City in Kansas, looking at very intense storms there on the Kansas side. Moisture, though, is streaming to the north, and it is going to be a night of a lot of storms in those areas. Again, let's look at these storms over from the Springfield, Missouri radar going into portions of Ottawa County here, sorry, trying to get my bearings, Ottawa County of Oklahoma, moving into also portions of Crawford and Cherokee counties in Kansas, and over in the Joplin, Missouri area right now, Newton County, Jasper County, Missouri, starting to see some very high winds there, I would imagine. Pittsburgh, Kansas right now, right in the center of this real nasty looking cell, and down again right along that border there of the tri-state border of Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Missouri. You're seeing these storms just really fire up. We're seeing some indications of hail there with Storm Lab right at the moment in Ottawa County, and that is moving towards the northeast, towards Joplin, Missouri. So it's going to be a very active night there. As you can see, there's a lot of moisture to deal with, streaming up again, some intense purples and reds there from Oklahoma City all the way up to east of Wichita. And it's going to be a night of a lot of storms in those areas. Again, we're watching the circulation down in Arkansas. No warning with that at the moment, but a wider view here shows you that pretty much all the radar sites are showing some very intense precipitation, and these storms are pulsing up and down. We're seeing stronger cells, then they'll weaken, move along, and then the remnants of those will start to form new cells. And again, this line is just showing no signs of weakening as far as the severe thunderstorm potential. Again, though, right at the moment, we have no tornado warnings in effect with this entire line, which is a good thing. We've been watching tornado warnings fly left and right from all the Weather Service offices, Topeka, Oklahoma City, to Springfield, Missouri, Little Rock, Arkansas, throughout the past couple of hours. And right at the moment, no tornado warnings with this line. But I imagine, again, we're going to see the potential throughout the overnight hours of more development and rapid intensification of these storms as they move into the Ozarks and on into portions of central and southern Illinois. As the early morning hours go on towards dawn, we're looking for a squall line to develop and race eastward across the state. We'll keep you up to date throughout the evening and overnight hours as necessary from the Central Illinois Weather Network. I'm Larry Easton.